Well, grocery store beef prices are rising. And the latest report from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says they're up nearly 15% from a year ago. Those rising prices are leading President Donald Trump to propose importing beef from Argentina. Well, those comments are being met with pushback from many farmers and ranchers in America. And it's why Josh St. Peters with the Illinois Beef Association joined me, sharing what cattlemen are hoping for going forward. Josh, thanks for joining us this morning. I know that there's been a lot of conversation this week about this. I mean, how are cattlemen reacting throughout the country?
I think farmers as a whole are really disappointed in the remarks from the president. Disappointed because we don't want the government involved in setting market prices or manipulating the prices paid for cattle. And also because the comments from the president, the idea of importing foreign beef to deflate grocery store prices is just simply ill-founded. It's not a concept that's going to work.
And are these the same cuts of meats potentially that U.S. cattlemen are producing, or would they be providing an area American farmers aren't focused on?
The president's plan is supposedly to quadruple the import quota from Argentina. We've imported beef from Argentina for a number of years, a very small volume, and so we know firsthand that the quality of beef and the cuts that are available to us are very, very lean beef. It's beef that a butcher would refer to as trim. It's what goes into the hopper and gets ground up to help balance out the fat to protein ratios in your hamburger. So it's not going to lower the price of steaks. It's not going to lower the price of roasts. What it is doing, what we've seen for a week now, is it's lowering the price on the Board of Trade of what's paid for cattle. So consumers' groceries didn't get cheaper over the last week, but farmers are now making less money because of the president's comments.
Well, and I wanted to reiterate that there. So beef imports are down right now. There's tariffs on Brazil and limits on Mexico because of New World screwworm. I mean, you're saying that these imports from Argentina wouldn't have a massive impact on the grocery store prices or the supply?
We've talked to several economists over the last week, people who study the meat market and who study the cattle business every day, really sharp individuals. And when they look at the volume of beef that's available from Argentina, because it's not that significant. Argentina is a very agricultural country, but it has one of the highest per capita beef consumption rates among its own citizens. So when we look at the beef that's available and we look at the marketplace of the U.S., it comes down to about a quarter pound of hamburger per American per year that would be available to be offset here. And if you look at your local butcher shop today, that's running about $2.25 for that quarter pound hamburger patty. That doesn't seem like a significant amount of savings for American households. To be clear, that's about $2.25 per year in your grocery savings under the president's plan here. Something that we feel like is misguided when you look at the significant financial impact that it's had on American farmers already this week. And again, government shouldn't be involved in manipulating what the price is for goods, specifically cattle off our farms.
And following the president's remarks, Secretary Rollins also released a new plan last week to help cattlemen in the U.S. Are people pleased with this? Do they think this will help?
Secretary Rollins' white paper has some great ideas in it. Grazing components and grazing proposals that were built into that white paper as a seem to be a little more focused on the Western U.S. And again, as I mentioned, we had some farmers and ranchers out there who were significantly impacted by very severe multi-year droughts, and so it makes sense that USDA is looking there first. We're pushing really hard from the Midwest standpoint, though, to make sure that we look at components that can benefit our producers here in Illinois and in Iowa and really throughout the Mississippi River corridor to look at programs that can bring benefits here and help us build back that cattle herd. What's important in the USDA plan is there's no mention of the foreign beef imports. There's no mention of market manipulations. There's no mention of Argentina. And we think that's where the focus needs to be. Let's look at realistic solutions that help our domestic beef market and get out of the business of manipulating prices.
Josh, thanks for joining us today and sharing that insight.